Okay, so second try, because the first time I tried to film this, my camera stopped filming. So this is my May TBR, and I'm not 100% sure about this month because I just have a lot going on the weekends. Granted, most of the reading I do on weekdays, so hopefully it won't impact it that much, but I have a feeling my reading might go down a little bit. There are a few new releases I plan to read. So Sweet Reckoning by Wendy Higgins, which I ordered from Amazon, so who knows when that'll be here. The One by Kara Cass, which is the end of the Selection series, is coming out. And City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare is also coming out. Take Me On by Katie McGarry is coming out too, but I'm more scared about spoiler for City of Heavenly Fire, so that's taking priority, so Take Me On may not get read. Although, this is sad. I took May 27th off, which is the release date for City of Heavenly Fire, not because it's the release date of City of Heavenly Fire, but because it's the day after Memorial Day, and I was like, long weekend. But then I realized it was release day, and the book's gonna be huge, and I was like, should I take Wednesday off too? So I did. I feel horrible. I feel like a loser for taking a day off to read a book. But I may cancel that, I may go to work, I don't know. We shall see. So that's my plan for new releases. I do also plan on continuing to read Stone of Tears. I kind of was really good at the beginning of April with this, but slowed down and didn't finish the section, so, and actually May's chunk is pretty big, so hopefully I'll get back on track with this. And then another new release is The Treatment by Suzanne Young, which is the sequel to The Program, and it's also the last book because it is just visuology. My Barnes & Noble actually had this out early. They had it on the 25th, so I got that. Come here, books. I also am thinking about reading The Titan's Curse, which is the third book in the Percy Jackson series, because I read Sea of Monsters in April and I enjoyed it, so I kind of want to keep going with the series. And then I actually did start this book in April, and it's Eon by Alison Goodman, and I'm pretty sure this was in my TBR for April, but I obviously didn't read it. But I am hopeful I will read it in May. I might read this first. We shall see. Next is actually another book I also started in April when I didn't really know what I wanted to read, and that was Stealing Parker by Miranda Keneally. It's just a contemporary. It's like less than 250 pages. I put it down because I'm not 100% sure if I like it or not, but I'm gonna try and push my way through it and just decide once and for all if I like Miranda Keneally basically or not. So, plus it should be a good spring read. Next is My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick, and it hasn't been announced yet, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be the Chiclets Book Club pick for the month, because it's like by far winning the poll right now, and I've been wanting to read this, and I think it's the perfect opportunity. I'm going to read it whether or not it wins, if for some reason it loses. But I've heard such good things about this book and Huntley Fitzpatrick, and I just want to read it before I decide if I'm going to buy her other book or not. And it seems like a nice contemporary, but it's pretty substantial of a book, so I'm excited. And then I decided that I'm going to try and read Deception by C.J. Redwine, which is the sequel to Defiance, which I read like last October, I think. And I'm slowly forgetting things that happen in Defiance, and I would rather not have to reread it. So I figure if I read this around now, by the time the third book comes out, which I believe is called Deliverance, I think it's in August that it comes out, by the time that comes out, not too much time will have passed since I read this one. And I have no idea what this book is. Like, I feel like it's a fantasy, but it sort of has like almost sort of dystopian leaning. I don't know, it's weird. And then I decided to read The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey because people talk about it all the time, and the second book is coming out in the fall, I think, like in September. and I'm just not 100% sure if I'm gonna like this book or not, and I don't want to buy the second book if I'm not gonna like the series. So I just kind of want to read this, and then I'll probably fall in love and be like, oh my gosh, why do I have to wait? But we shall see. I don't read a lot of books about aliens actually, so this might be interesting for me. I kind of have 3 other books I would like to sneak in if I could, and that is Up From the Grave by Jeanine Frost. I still haven't read this. I think I'm in denial, and I just need to finish the series and move past it. Not reading it doesn't make it any less done, so I just need to finish this series. This is just a paranormal romance novel. It's about vampires, and it's a really great series, and I am sad to see it go, but I just need to suck it up and read it. And then if I read Eon and I feel the need, I might try and read Eona. This is just an even bigger book. Oh my gosh, this book is huge. So I'm not 100% sure if I'll be able to do this just because it is so big, but I would like to maybe complete the series if I can. I'm kind of liking reading series, like marathoning them, so this might happen. And then if I can, I would like to read Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. Kind of my plan right now, I'm not sure how this is going to work, is to like read this month, and then I own the Assassin's Blade, and to read one of the novellas a month, and then when that's done, Heir of Fire should already be out, and then I can read that, and then I'll just have to wait for the 4th book, but it'll be good until then, right? But those are kind of lower on my priority list compared to the other books. So that is my May TBR. Thanks for watching. Bye!